In the heart of Assam, nestled among lush green hills, lay the quaint village of Jatinga. Known for its serene beauty, Jatinga seemed like a slice of paradise, until the monsoon season cast its dark shadow. As the rain ceased and September arrived, the villagers braced themselves for a phenomenon that had haunted them for generations. It was a chilly, fog-laden night when young Priya, the daughter of the village chief, sat by the fire in her family's bamboo hut. Her grandmother, the village elder, sat beside her, weaving tales from the past. "This land is cursed," the old woman whispered, her voice trembling. "The spirits of the sky come down during these nights, claiming the souls of innocent birds. It has been so for as long as I can remember." That very night, Priya heard the eerie whispers carried by the wind. She and her father stepped outside, their lantern casting an orange glow on the misty terrain. Suddenly, a flurry of wings and shadows filled the air. Birds, seemingly possessed, dived headfirst toward the village lights, crashing into walls, trees, and the ground. Their lifeless bodies littered the earth by dawn. "It's happening again," her father muttered grimly. The villagers, gathered in the central square, whispered prayers and lit incense, hoping to appease the unseen forces. As the days passed, Priya learned more about the curse. Her grandmother told her of a time long ago when the Zimi Naga tribe lived in harmony with nature. One year, a devastating drought forced them to offer sacrifices to their gods. It was said that a sacred ritual went awry, angering the spirits of the sky. Since then, the spirits returned each year, drawing the birds to their doom. But Priya, with her curious mind, was not convinced. She had always dreamed of becoming a naturalist, and she saw the strange occurrence as something that needed explanation, not appeasement. Determined to find answers, Priya spent the next few nights observing the phenomenon closely. She noticed that the birds only appeared on foggy, moonless nights and were irresistibly drawn to the village lights. As she walked through the village, she heard her grandmother's warnings in her head, but brushed them aside, driven by a desire for truth. One evening, with the help of a visiting ornithologist, Priya set up an experiment. They extinguished most of the village lights, leaving a single lantern burning at the edge of the forest. As expected, the birds swarmed toward the lone light. They're disoriented by the fog and are drawn to the light, the ornithologist explained. "It's not a curse, Priya. It's nature, confused by human interference." Armed with this knowledge, Priya and the ornithologist tried to convince the villagers to adopt measures to protect the birds, such as dimming lights during the migratory season. But the villagers, bound by generations of fear and superstition, resisted. "You dare defy the spirits?" her grandmother cried. "Do you think you know more than the gods?" It was only after Priya showed them the results of her experiment, the absence of bird deaths when the lights were dimmed, that some began to believe. Years later, Jatinga became a symbol of hope and change. Though the eerie phenomenon persisted, it was no longer viewed as a curse, but as a natural mystery. The villagers learned to coexist with it, turning off unnecessary lights and protecting the birds that flew to their land. Priya's efforts drew researchers and tourists to the village, transforming Jatinga into a hub of ecological study. The Valley of Death for birds became a place where science, nature, and human resilience intertwined, proving that even the darkest mysteries could be unraveled with courage and curiosity. Yet on foggy, moonless nights, whispers still echoed in the hills. Whether they came from spirits or the rustle of wings, no one could say for certain.